Welcome to PAGS, a digital profiling, assessment and goal-setting tool dedicated to the academic performance and psychosocial development of learners. Hi, my name is Josie and I will be your host throughout these training sessions. Together we'll be exploring what SEN entails and the implications that this has on the classroom, what PAGS is and the various functions that the tool has to offer, and how to easily incorporate strategies generated by PAGS into daily classroom activities. Our goal is to help you understand the concept behind PAGS better and help you navigate through the dashboard, empowering you to use the platform effectively and efficiently. Now, before we dive into the training itself, I'd like you to make yourself comfortable, grab something to jot down your notes on, and list all the things that you associate with special educational needs. Ready? Right. Now, as we go along, add actions you can take that will help you better handle the situations you've just listed, and also note down anything that you think might be useful when you are working with your learners. Now, why is this important? The training itself is divided into various sessions that build on each other, and you'll probably not be watching them all at one go. So there are two things that this will help you with: to reflect on what we covered at the end of a session and refresh your memory before moving on to the next video. Right, let's get started. So could you just quickly read through these three statements and decide which one reflects your opinion most? Okay, let's just analyze them a little bit. Our education system groups learners by age, but it could very well be that that is the only thing that they have in common. See, having the same age does not necessarily mean that kids have the same skills or that they are coming from the same place. So although scaffolding is important, the way we're scaffolding might not necessarily be the right way for our learners. If you think about it, our educational system is a scaffolded system in itself, yet there are huge gaps between the learners in our classrooms. As Vygotsky points out through the theory of proximal development, scaffolding works when learners are approximately on the same level and almost there. But that's not necessarily, true for our kids in the classroom. Now, if we look at Piaget's theory, it talks about 4 stages of development which are universal and always happen in the same order, but not necessarily at the same rate, with some children never attaining those later stages. So what this means is that not everyone perceives the world around them or information they receive in the same way, and new information will not necessarily help them see things, differently, simply because they are not ready to process that information. So that also dispels the second one and leaves us with the third. Everybody can learn the content being taught as long as it is aligned to their developmental level. And yes, everybody can learn the content being taught as long as it is aligned to their developmental levels. The difficulty arises in aligning what and how we teach to that developmental level, because although our system is built on, all these learning theories, it does not follow them exclusively. In fact, it teaches through guided instructions and believes that learning leads to development, but it also believes that all learners of the same age can more or less do the same things, hence why we group students in the same classrooms by date of birth. It assumes that everyone can learn on the same day and in the same way. There's usually the same methodology being used with everyone, and learners are expected to follow at the same pace. It believes that practice makes perfect, hence the homeworks and the home studying. It also believes that all have the same interests and all are engaged in the same way. In fact, we use the same books for everyone. Everybody covers the same content which the authors, think would be interesting for a particular group of students. Reality is that if students could do all that, we wouldn't have classrooms with mixed ability students or learners who can follow what is happening in class. We wouldn't have learners who can't remember what the teacher explained or what homework they have, or learners who have been told time and time again that WAS spells was, yet years later they are still reading so. So I think it's fair to say that although children are grouped by age in schools, they do have different developmental levels and maturity which will affect what and how they learn. There are those who will fly through what is being taught, others who will learn at a slower pace, and some who will struggle or find it downright impossible. Now, this is where the term special educational needs stems from and how PAGS came about. But we'll learn more about PAGS in the next session.